So, in today's video, we are going to discuss chapter number 7, that is experiments with water. Now, water we use every day, but there is something that we should think. What we should think? What floats and what sinks in water. Now, there is a story about Aisha. Aisha was waiting for dinner. Today, Ammi was making her favorite food, puri and spicy potatoes. Aisha watched as her mother rolled out the puri and put it in the hot oil. She saw that at first the puri sank to the bottom of the pan. As it puffed up, the puri came up and started floating on the oil. One puri did not puff up and did not float like other. On seeing this, Aisha took some dough and rolled it into a small ball. She flattened it and put it in the bowl of water. Alas, it sank to the bottom of the water and stayed there. Now you must be thinking that why did it happen? The puri floated up in the oil, but when I put the dough, and you can also do it, if you put the dough in the water, it will sink. Because when Aisha was doing the puris in the oil, the puri were filled up with air because it had puffed up. So when something is filled up with air, something inside inside a thing, if there is more air, there is more space, then it will not sink inside. Similarly, if you roll up a dough of wheat and put it in the water, it will sink automatically because that time it will absorb it and it will not puff up. So when it is not puffing up, it means what? It means it is not including any air inside it. It is not taking any air inside it. That's why. Now you are going to think what would happen if Aisha put a puffed puri in a bowl of water. Would it sink or float? So suppose you are putting a puffed puri already which is puffed, means which have air in it. So will it float or sink in the water? You put a steel plate on water. Would it sink or float? What would happen to a spoon? So you have to do it by yourself. All these things are available at your home. And let me know that what happens. Again, one thing, that would the cap of a plastic bottle sink or float on water? You can use a plastic cap bottle or anything which is made up of plastic and just keep it on the water. It will sink or float. Let me know. These small experiments you can do by yourself. So, will it sink or will it float? This will show us that whatever the things are, it can sink or it can float, then what are the reasons behind it? Like a puffed puri, what will happen if we put it in the water? Now, in the evening, Aisha went for a bath. She had just come out of the bath when her mother called, "Aisha, you have dropped the soap in the water again. Take it out and put it in the soap case." Aisha was in a hurry, and the soap case fell out of her hand. It started floating on the water. Aisha gently put the soap in the soap case. She saw that the case continued to float, even with the soap in it. Have you ever seen that something that floats on water while the others sink? Think how this will happen. And there is a small poem in your book also to show that what sink and what float. The poem goes, you can read the poem by yourself. I hope all of you have book till now, so you can read the poem, and whatever summary and whatever understanding you will have from the poem, I will ask in the doubt clearing classes. Now, here Aisha is putting the soap on the soap case. The soap case is floating on the water, but the soap individually, it sank inside. Now the question is, the soap cannot float on water by itself, but when we are putting it on the soap case, it can float with the soap case. Just like a ship. All of you have seen a ship. A ship doesn't sink in the water. It floats on the water. Similarly, if you put a rock on the ship, it will float with the ship. But if you put a rock just by itself, and if you throw or put a rock in the water, it will sink in the water at once. Why does this happen? Because anything that is floating on the water, it can help any other thing which is maybe smaller in size, or maybe it has smaller in density, volume. It will float with it, just like the case of ship and a rock. Now the question is, why few things float? Things float when they are positively buoyant or less dense than the fluid in which they are sitting. Now you will ask me, ma'am, what is buoyant? You will get to know in few seconds. This does not mean that an object has to be lighter than the fluid. No, the object does not have to be lighter than the fluid. As in the case of a boat, just I was talking about a ship. Similarly, a boat, objects just need to have a greater ratio of empty space to mass than the fluid. Means the more greater ratio, the more space, empty space you have, the more chances are there that that particular thing will float on the water. Similarly, like the soap case. The soap case have more empty space than the soap itself. So whenever you are putting the soap in the soap case, still it can float on the water if it has more open space, or the ratio of the space is greater than the soap itself. Now, what is buoyancy? That I told you, I will tell you in a few seconds. Now, buoyancy is the force that causes objects to float. It is the force exerted on an object that is partly or wholly immersed in a fluid. We can define buoyancy as the upward force applied by the fluid on the object or the body when an object is put in or submerged in the fluid. Listen carefully. The upward force applied by the fluid. Over here we are talking about water. So the upward force applied by water on an object or a body when an object is put on it, means on water, which is submerged in the water. So this is a force. Don't worry kids, you will have a deeper knowledge about this force in higher classes. For now, you just have to know this word just because it has a deeper connection with sinking and floating objects in water. So, you don't have to worry about, you will learn it in your higher classes. Now, this is a kind of force that acts on the situation where sinking and floating of water happens. Now, why does things sink in water? The reason that few things sink in water is because of an idea called density. Like a rock will sink in water because it has higher density than water, but a clay would float on water as it has lower density than water. Now you just understand what I am saying. This is an idea of density. Now, what is density, you will ask me. Now, density is a measurement that compares the amount of matter an object has to its volume. An object which with much matter in a certain volume has high density. An object with little matter in the same amount of volume has low density. Density is found by dividing the mass of an object by its volume. Now here, density means suppose you have a matter or you have a thing. Now when you are measuring which have higher density or lower density, it means the packed up matter inside a thing, inside something that will calculate the density of something. Like you can see in the picture also, some few things are floating and few things are already sank in water. because of the density. If it has density which is less than water, then it will float, and if it is not, then it will sink. Now, in very simple languages, what I can tell you, in very simple language, if I tell you about sinking and floating, then I can summarize the whole thing as follows. Objects are made up of very tiny molecules. You must know this one. Objects are made up of atoms, and atoms combine together to make molecules. Now, objects with tightly packed molecules are more dense than those where the molecules are spread out. Density plays a part in why some things float and some sink. Objects that are more dense than water sink, and those less dense float. So here everything is about how much space is there inside a matter. Like something which is densely packed, like you can say a rock. It is densely packed inside. It doesn't have any space of or air to remain inside. So it will sink inside the water. It will not float. Similarly, anything you take like a plastic bottle, it is hollow from inside. So there is like air inside of that plastic bottle. So it will float. Similarly, here I am giving you students few tasks. You will see two pictures like this one you can see on the screen, and the next one that will come, this one. Now here in these two pictures you will tell me that what object will sink in the water and what object will float on the water. I am giving you this one homework. This one is home assignment. You will tell me. So don't forget, students, to let me know your answers, and also to revise, to know more, and just keep in mind to be creative, to be innovative, that the points we discussed, and try to do something creative with it. Study